Good morning. This morning we read 2 Thessalonians and chapter 2. And it seems that the people in Thessalonica had been told, had received a message purporting to come from Paul, to say the day of the Lord had already come. I wonder how that was received. They'd already received the first letter, which said that the day of the Lord would come with a mighty trumpet sounding the voice of the archangel. So you would think that they would realize they couldn't have missed it. However, somehow they got this teaching in their mind that the day of the Lord had already come. Perhaps it was time to stop preaching the gospel. Perhaps that's what went with it, or some other message went along with it. However, Paul writes to them and says, look, before the day of the Lord comes, the man of sin or the man of lawlessness will be revealed. He will demand that he's worshipped as God, and he will even set himself up in God's temple and demand worship. And these things will come to pass before the coming of the Lord. Now, some people think, in fact, the majority of Christians believe this to be a person, a character, who will reveal himself and demand worship. Others believe it's a system, that not a literal man, but a system where man exalts himself to the place of God. If we take this second view of the man of lawlessness, then that generation is already here. Here we have a generation who proclaim themselves to be the highest beings. There is no higher than humans. We have, in their words, evolved to the highest point, and all of the rest of creation, or the rest of the world, is subject to us. We have no need for God. Our knowledge is greater. We can live without God. It's interesting that Paul uses the language and says this is a delusion that they believe this lie. And of course, we believe that they are deluded who believe that there is no God. In the meantime, we will stand firm, whether against a man of lawlessness or whether against a system of lawlessness where people are exalted to the place of worship. We will stand firm in our faith, believing God's word, confident in him, looking for the day of our redemption. Whatever comes against us, whether a man of lawlessness or a system of lawlessness, we will be found faithful when the Lord returns.